Hello there. I'm not here how much room I have. Anyway, this is a flanged mace. I got it for my birthday, which is tomorrow. So I got it a bit early. Persuaded my mom to get it from her room early. But yeah, I just want to talk about it because yeah, I'm bored. I guess we're in my chainmail. Cause why not? It is very uncomfortable right now, though. Highlights my figure, am I right? Anyway, the flanged mace began being used became popular in around the 12th century, I think in Europe mainly. It is mostly known for being a medieval weapon used by knights and other parts of Europe. This particular one is a Gothic style, flanged, has a 6 flanges, a spike on the top, and a pommel on the bottom. Now, I don't know how common pommels are on maces, but let's just say this top part broke off the actual head of the mace. You could almost hold it like this and use it as a second mace. This would still hurt. That hurts. And this is being weakened by all the weight being down here. Because the reason a mace works is because all the weight is not here, but here. For a sword, all the weight would be here, at the hilt. But this is a mace. All of the weight, basically none over here, all of it's here. So, getting hit here, I'm scared to do that, because that's gonna leave a bruise. I know it sounds ridiculous that doing that, wearing armor, would cause a bruise, but believe me, I've found out the hard way through my kanabo, which is made of wood. This is made of metal. I barely did this with the kanabo, and that gave me a bruise. So, that would definitely leave a bruise, even through armor. So, I'm not gonna find out. But anyway, I really like this. Mostly because of looks. I mean, I like weaponry, obviously. I think this is a really cool looking weapon, especially for a mace. Maces aren't really my forte, because they're not very complicated, not much to talk about, but at least flange maces, I think they look really cool. Especially this one, because it has a nice leather wrap, very tight, feels secure, and it just feels really good on your hand. Because I could do that all day without, burning my hand, getting friction burn. Not like you really need to. You want to hold it mainly like this or like this. You don't want to really change grip or anything, but has enough room to use the two hands. But I wouldn't really do because the reach is really small on this thing. But the reach, I don't know what I can compare it to, but I guess compared to a hammer, like an average hammer, it's quite a bit bigger. At least 2 times the height. So, if that's any indication, that's how big it is. Now, in terms of how destructive it is, this one, although it definitely hurts to get hit by, no doubt, it isn't the strongest thing. I was actually testing it just a few minutes ago on a pile of wood. It broke a little bit. Well, I don't know what you call it, but maybe you can see it. That right there is a hole, actually, because it is bent slightly. It isn't straight. I don't know if you can really see that on film, but you can really tell if you're holding the thing. It is slightly bent that direction. And although it isn't gonna break, I could do this all day, and I'm not gonna worry about it breaking. It's still made of steel. It's only a slight breakage. It's not gonna break. It probably will never break. Unless I do something stupid again, like hit a bunch of wood piles with it, but unless someone else does it, that's probably not gonna happen. Anyway, haven't tested the spike. Not gonna test on me because chainmail doesn't really do much against spikes. Especially this one. I don't know if you can see it, but it does penetrate the chainmail. Not very much, but it does penetrate the holes. This is fairly big chainmail though, so maybe a smaller type it wouldn't penetrate. But if you were to, aka thrust, like really step into it, put your force into it, it would probably break the chains, or at least what connects the chains together. Because chainmail isn't that strong against thrusts. It's mainly for cuts. That's what chainmail's for. Which this doesn't cut. This smashes. But yeah. So this is penetration. This would go pretty much right through chainmail. This, the main, the smacky part. This would just, it doesn't care that you're wearing chainmail. This, same story. It does not care that you're wearing chainmail. Anything else to talk about it? There is a handguard on it, but I think that is mainly for your hand to not slip off it. Because I'm putting a lot of force behind my hand right now. If I'm even slightly gripping the handle, my hand will not go over the guard. This is similar to some swords. A lot of swords have this, like the gladius, which is a Roman sword, like basically the only one. That has a similar kind of guard that locks your hand in place, although it's a much smaller handle. But same concept. It stops your hand from going over. Doesn't really provide much protection. If I were to attack with a sword, or I tried blocking with this, and the sword just went down, I'd be very lucky if it didn't just go over anyway and cut my hand. It just doesn't do much protection. It's very small. It's a discard, but it's just way too small to be used for anything like that. In terms of blocking or parrying, I don't know. Like, if I did this, nothing's gonna go through. Sword, mace, nothing's really gonna go through. If I did this, and, blocked anything, like coming through here, and I did that, it's not gonna blow through. This is too strong. The grip is too strong. I could do this for offense. Just really get into the gaps of the armor using the point. Technically, you're gonna swing like that, but I don't know why you would do it like that. You're much better off either going one-handed, either like here, or going two-handed like this, because the reach is better. Like, I wouldn't want to hold it like this, I'd want to hold it like this, or just like this. And anyway, when you swing a mace, you step into it. You do not just go. That's not how you swing a mace. That's not how you swing any weapon, to be fair. Well, let's just go over it. It's not much, because it's a mace. Maces don't have anything to talk about. It's just a piece of metal on a shaft, or a haft, as I would call it. Not really much to talk about. But that's fine. I think that's cool. I think that's fine. This is actually, probably should mention it. It is black, like all black, a jet black. I think that looks pretty dope. It wouldn't be some people's taste, because even on this one, you can pretty much remove the paint by just hitting things with it. I haven't hit hard enough to do that, but you could remove the paint. It should be like silver. It is made of metal. It's steel. It wouldn't be naturally black. Now, that could either be paint, or it could be a process that I know can be done to metal to blacken it. I think that's called bluing, but I don't know if this was done to it. I think it might have been, but I'm not sure about that, so I'm not going to say it was. Now, let's talk about the flanges themselves. Flanges are a technique that I don't really know, but it's a very strong method of connecting the flanges, the kind of sharp bits, to the main body itself, which would be this, and technically the spike along with it. Flanges are a very old technique. I think it's been done since about 900 BC. Don't quote me on that, but it's a very old technique. It's ancient. Like, much further before the medieval times, that's for sure. And it's a very strong method, even today. Nowhere near as strong as some, like, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know anything about that, but it's not the strongest anymore, but in its time, it was incredibly strong. Today, it's still strong. You're pretty much never going to remove the flanges themselves from the mace. It's just too strong. Unless you're doing something really stupid, like, I don't know, hitting a metal beam with it. Which, you'd probably break it here more than the flanges, but what do I know? I'm not going to find out myself, so that's for someone else to do. But, yeah, that's the review, as I'll call it, of the flanged mace that I've gotten for my birthday. I think it is around 100 to 200 euro on Cult of Athena. Now, with taxes, if you ship some from America to Ireland, it costs like double to triple the price. So this was 400 when my mother bought it. So, good on her. She shouldn't have done all that. Should have just bought some cheaper and called it a day, but mother's free. Anyway, I really like it. Don't know who I can send this to because this video is too long, but yeah, I might go over fundamentals of how you swing a mace, but I don't know yet. I'll think about it. Either way, that's my flanged mace, made by Cold Steel, the goth, or I think it's called the goth or gothic mace. It is a flanged mace though. Either way, really cool. I like it, and hope I get to keep it for a really long time, and I don't break it, because I would cry. Anyway, see you later.